That was Dodge by Baby Nova, the first song of roughly 10 or less, depending on time, on today's show with Zara Wiley. I'm Kayla, and you're listening on KXSU 102.1. I am in the studio with Zara. She's a content creator and music aficionado, if you will. Very local to our SU neighborhood here in Capitol Hill. You were born and raised in Seattle, if I'm not mistaken, so we're very excited to have you on air today. If you aren't aware of Zara's content and what she does, she's on TikTok, Instagram, does vlogging, lifestyle, and a lot of music content as well. So for the next hour, I've graciously asked her if she is willing to play some of her favorite songs in her capsule playlist, and we're gonna just be chatting for the next hour. So I'm so excited to have you on.
I can't wait. Thank you so much, Kayla. This is literally so fun.
Yeah, we were just talking before, like, you've never been on that side of the interview, right?
That's right. Yeah. This side of the mic, it's pretty weird to be the one answering the questions, but yeah. I'm excited.
No, it's going to be great. So, what you just heard was Dodge by Baby Nova. I kind of want to, like, take a second before we jump into the questions just to, like, pick your brain about why you picked some of the songs that you did.
Totally.
So yeah, like Dodge, Baby Nova, is that, like, what's the background with that song?
Yeah, Sugar by Baby Nova. It's an album that just came out this year, and it is absolutely my favorite album of the year so far. I cannot stop listening to it. It's crazy. She reminds me so much of, like, Lana Del Rey and Ethel Cain, and then, like, she has some more hype songs too that are kind of Chappell Roan-esque. Okay. So yeah, for all my fans of those genres and those artists, it's gonna be a hit. Yeah.
Leave it up to Zara for your music recommendations.
I try.
Perfect. Okay, so why don't you just, like, introduce a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, and then also, like, a little bit of how you got both into music, and then also how that led to content creation, maybe?
Totally. Yeah. So I'm Zara. As she said, I run an account called Zara's Mixtapes. It's, like, my main account. And then I also have Real Seattle Girl. It's, like, my Seattle content account. But I really got started just because I'm obsessed with music. I've been making playlists for my friends, like, since I was in high school, and it's just been my favorite thing.
It's such a love language.
I know, right? Yeah, like, we do little, like, birthday playlists and all of that. And so I just started challenging myself to try to listen to an album every day of the year, which is honestly harder than it sounds. And so I started doing that just for me, and then started having the idea that, like, people might be interested in seeing my thoughts. So I made little videos and started posting them on TikTok, like, 3 years ago now. And from there, they just kind of started growing, and people would, like, request which albums they wanted me to listen to. Helped me discover a ton of new music. So that's, like, really the origin. And
so you started with music content.
I did.
On Zara's Mixtapes.
On Zara's Mixtapes.
And then you kind of started branching out a little bit.
Yes.
When did you start branching out into, like, the other like more like vlogging, like lifestyle content?
Yeah. Honestly, I was, like, putting some of those on my page as well from the beginning, just because I've always liked making little vlogs. Like, I grew up watching, like, classic lifestyle vloggers on YouTube, and was like, I want to do that. So I would post little vlogs here and again, but then I was like, wait, this could really be something if I made it, like, just a music account. So then I started Real Seattle Girl, but it didn't have that name for a while. It was just kind of my burner account where I could post whatever I wanted and, like, not worry about.
And hey, look where it got you.
Right? It's crazy. I'm like, wait, now I, like, people see me in the streets and they're like, I watch your videos, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much.
Hey, that's how this started.
It literally is. Yeah. Me and Kayla met at Wonderground Coffee. Shout out Wonderground.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect. We're going to jump into the next song, which is another recent song, Bobby by Raven Lene. So we'll be back in a second. If you missed it, this is KXSU 102.1 FM. I'm Kayla here in the studio with Zara. We'll be back soon. That was Bobby by Raven Lene, and if you missed it, this is Kayla on KXSU 102.1 FM. We're live for the next hour with Zara Wiley, a music content creator, born and raised and based here in Capitol Hill, so we're very excited. The previous two songs we just played are very recent songs, so I wanted to ask who are some of your current favorite artists, and then also, like, do you tend to lean towards older music, newer music? I kind of feel like, because I already know what we're going to be playing, it's going to be a mix of both. I just want to hear about, like, your personal music favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that last song, Bobby by Raven Lene, is one of my current favorite songs. It's super new, and it just feels like the perfect spring song. Really light, fun pop energy.
Yeah.
So I've been spinning that a lot, and then I really do balance between new and old music. But because I do a little segment on my accounts for New Music Friday every week, I'm like trying to stay on top of the songs and albums that come out each week.
Yeah.
So I do probably listen to a little bit more new music.
Yeah.
But I love it all. And some of my other favorites right now, who we already played, Baby Nova. And then another fave is going to be coming up, Buzzy Lee. She just dropped an amazing album. And then also shout out to Beatrix, another artist who's like more underground, just dropped a really cool indie folk leaning album.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I mean, this kind of jumps a little bit into another question, so maybe we just go there. Of like, when you're listening to music, are you focused on, maybe it's not whether it's more recent or whether it's older, are you focused on like lyricism, production of a music, the nostalgia of it all, or maybe like, I don't know, for me, sometimes I'll listen to music because I really like the like pop culture and like the lore behind the album. Like, maybe, is there something you're focusing on about that?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I really do like all of it. I am a huge production person though, so like if a song just sounds good, even if the lyrics are like not that special, I will still love that song. Also anything with like some heavy bass, I'm gonna be super into listening to. But
do you play any instruments?
I do. I play guitar, piano, and then I actually grew up playing marimba, which is like...
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I was in like a marimba band for...
That's so cool.
Almost like my whole childhood up until I was like 18 years old.
Okay, so we're going to have you back in the studio next time playing a live marimba set or something.
Yeah.
No, this sounds great. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while, but I had the greatest teacher ever. Her name's Shri Shretse. And
shout out.
Yeah, she got me super into music and like learning music by ear. So I think that's why I'm just like so into like what I hear and being able to connect through it, just like the sounds.
Yeah. No, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
We are going to play a few more songs. We're going to jump from the more recent stuffs to some older things with some Joni Mitchell. In case you missed it, this is Kayla. I'm live on air on KXSU 102.1 FM with Zara. We'll be back soon. Okay, that was just Rage by Heart. If you missed it, this is Kayla on KXSU 102.1 FM. We're live in studio with Miss Zara Wiley. She's a social media music content creator based here in Seattle. She's picked out a few songs for us to play in the next, I guess now it's 30 minutes. Oh, time flew by so fast. We were kind of just talking about it while the song was playing, but I kind of want to jump into like live music. You said you went to the Heart concert, so I want to hear about that. And also, wait, actually, let's back up. Why did you pick the Rage and to put on your like capsule playlist? And then maybe that'll segue into like some live music and like your favorite things.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I could talk about Heart for so long, but I picked Rage because, well, first I wanted to shout out Heart because Seattle band, women front women, love that. But Rage is more of like a deeper cut from them, but it's one of my favorite Heart songs. And I just think when people are talking about like the best bands from the 70s and 80s, Heart doesn't always get mentioned, and I think that's such a loss because they really were like one of the tightest bands, and Ann Wilson's voice and Nancy Wilson's guitar just like can't be matched. So
no, it's so good.
Yeah, so I had to shout them out. And then, the Heart concert, that is one of my favorite experiences I've literally ever had. I just decided to shoot my shot and reach out to Heart's team to see if they wanted any coverage for their Seattle show last winter.
Yeah.
And I got so lucky and was able to get in contact with them, and they hooked me up with some tickets. I got to bring my whole family.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun.
It was literally the biggest dream come true.
Yeah.
Heart, like, even though they're in their, I think they're in their 80s, maybe late 70s, they are just still so on fire. I can't even believe how good they are.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's so sweet that you got to bring, like, your whole family.
Yeah,
and
me, my parents, my partner. Yeah. My mom, like, grew up on their music because she is also from, or grew up in Seattle. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah, so awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah. Speaking of another artist that you saw in concert, I'm going to play the next song, Townies, by Wednesday, super, super fast, and then we'll jump into some more questions. If you missed it, this is KXSU 102.1 FM. We're live in studio for the next until 1 with Zara, so stay tuned. Thank you. Okay, that was Hot Nights by Buzzy Lee, and then you also just heard Townies by Wednesday. If you missed it, this is Kayla. I'm in studio with Zara. This is KXSU 102.1 FM. I want to hear, maybe we can cover both of them, why you picked Townies and then why you picked Hot Nights for your like capsule playlist.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Starting with Hot Nights, which just played, that is a song that I got introduced to because I worked with that band on their album Rollout.
Oh my gosh,
so I did
a
little video for them, and I was like, wow, you made some incredible music on this album. So I've been grinding Hot Nights, that song, ever since then. So I wanted to share it with you all as well because it's pretty underground still, deserves more plays. And then Townies, that Wednesday album was released last year, and it was one of the best of the year. And I actually just was at their concert last week at the Moore Theater, and they kind of reminded me why I love live music so much. Aww. They were just like so real. Yeah. And they also like stand for some very great causes. They just make such good music as a band. And the lead singer is amazing. She has the craziest range. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I know. I saw like some of your videos from that concert, and it looked incredible. And I guess that kind of hops into, I want to like hear, did you always like enjoy going to concerts and live music? Was that something, were those opportunities something that you have gotten more of since you started your content creation? Or do you just kind of like to go? How does that work for you?
No, totally. My first concert was Taylor Swift, 1989 tour.
Okay. I feel like that's like a lot of like young girls.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I went with my best friend, Meta, and that was like, oh, wow, live music is something special. And so ever since then, I've been seeking out seeing like my favorite artists. Yeah. But since starting music content creation, I realized how cool it is to see artists that I'm not like as familiar with. Yeah. And that's a great way to discover music, is to like go to shows by bands in your area, whether they're local or just small, and you can just go see them at really small venues before they blow up, and it's so cool.
No, I agree. And like being in Seattle too, like it's like a huge music hub. You get so many different types of music and so many different genres.
Yeah, so. We have such a rich music scene for like every genre. It's actually crazy. And since doing content creation, I'll get invites to a lot of different shows when artists come play Seattle, because it's a great little promo to get some videos on my pages, and then it's awesome for me to get introduced to new artists. So that's been one of my favorite parts. Yeah, no, for sure. And how does that work? Like, people, do they expect like content in return, or are they kind of just like, here's a concert ticket, do with that what you will? Yeah, it's some of both for sure. Sometimes it's just like, hey, we'd love for you to see this artist, we'll just give you a couple concert tickets, enjoy. And then sometimes it's like, we'd really love to get them on your page if you're down to do a little vid. So it's some of both. Have you gotten to like interview these artists, or I mean, we were talking about concert you got to go backstage and meet, and like that's really cool. What's been some of your like highlighted experiences through
through these. Yeah,
totally. Yeah, no, I haven't done like artist interviews much yet, but that is something I'm kind of hoping to get into soon. I've had a few invites to do so, but I've been like honestly kind of scared. So I've got to get up to doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of my favorite experiences was, as I was talking about the Heart concert, we did also get invited backstage to meet Nancy Wilson. And
perfect.
she was just the greatest. It was so wonderful to talk to her.
Yeah.
And then I also got invited to the Brandi Carlile album release event at the Paramount last fall, and got a very up close and personal experience to hearing some of her new songs live for the first time. So,
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
yeah, it's been really great.
Yeah, you're creating like perfect segues to me, because we are
like
now
we planned
it. Hey, they'll never know. Next song is Human by Brandi Carlile. Another Seattle, born and raised. We were just talking about it. So we'll play this song and then we will be back. Awesome. That was, oh my gosh, I got scared for a second. I didn't make the music stop. That was Human by Brandi Carlile. If you missed it, this is Kayla. We're on KXSU 102.1 FM live on air with Zara Wiley, a content creator and music. What word did I use earlier? Aficionado. That was just Human by Brandi Carlile. I feel like we've mentioned her name quite a few times already, but if we can just like give a second. Why did you pick Human? What's so special to you about Brandi Carlile?
Yeah, anyone who knows me knows I'm genuinely the biggest Brandi Carlile fan. It's just kind of out of hand at this point, but no. I've had the opportunity to see her at the Gorge every single time she's played it, so I'm just like, she has such a special place in my heart, being a Seattle girly.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I just think she's pretty cool, and everything she stands for is really great. I also just love like indie folk rock music. She's not really indie anymore, but yeah, so Brandi's just one of my favorite artists. I will also be going to her show at the Gorge this year.
Amazing.
With Bonnie
You're not losing that streak.
No way, dog. I can never skip a Brandi show at the Gorge.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And that's such a beautiful venue. It's
perfect for her. Yeah, and her new album just came out this, I think, November, and that was just another fantastic body of work from her. So this was my favorite song from that new album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have like a top 3?
Of Brandi?
Songs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Probably like my top one is Looking Out, her song from Give Up the Ghost.
Amazing.
I also love, The Story is a classic. Every time she plays The Story live, I do shed a tear. And then, speaking of heartbreaking songs, maybe That Year. It's one of her saddest songs and one of the saddest songs I've ever heard, but it's very beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Okay, switching gears a little bit. We've been talking a lot about like your music taste, how you get into music, your music advice for your content. I want to talk about specifically like your content creation. You talked about it a little bit earlier, but like if you can tell me a little bit more about how you started it, and then also once you kind of stuck to the bit of like vlogging and content creation, how did it begin to grow? Because now you have like, I don't know, when I first started following, okay, let me like fangirl for a second, because when I first came to Seattle, your videos just kept popping up, and I moved here like I guess it was like a little under 2 years ago now, and I was just like searching for any sort of like Seattle recommendations, Seattle community, all that stuff, and you kept popping up, and so I was like a huge fan. But I think since then you've gained quite a few followers. How did that start to grow? And
totally. Yeah, that is so sweet. I love that you watch me. That's so fun. Yeah. And that we like met organically because of that. It's so perfect. Epic. But like I said, I started with music content creation, and it was very personal for me, just like my own little passion project. And just once I realized people were interested in it, I was like, wait, I could maybe make a little mini side hustle career out of this. And once I began gaining some traction, I would get reached out to by bands and record labels to help them do some promo for either singles or albums that are being released. And I didn't really want to give up making my silly little vlogs and stuff, though, that were like still going on to that account. So that's when I made my second account, Real Seattle Girl. And that's where I was just posting my fun little vlogs. And once those were starting to gain some traction with Seattle, I have leaned more into that. I'm doing more like Pike Place content and just showing people around Seattle. It's like such a cool city. There's so many hidden gems.
I know.
And it's like there's such a little niche for people who either move here and don't know about it, or people who've lived here forever and want community. Yeah. So it's really nice.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. And I feel like that segues talking about Seattle, because you are a Seattle native, born and raised.
206.
Yes, shout out. Were you born like Seattle proper, or maybe a little bit?
Yeah, Seattle proper. Grew up on Beacon Hill.
Oh my gosh.
Parents still live in the house I grew up in.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so special.
Very.
Yeah, and I know, like, I don't know, like being an SU student, like you're right here in Capitol Hill, which is amazing. Do you have any Seattle recommendations? Like,
boy, do
yeah, this can be music related, but we've been talking a lot about music. So like anything else, coffee, restaurants, things to do, places to see.
Yeah. I mean, like in the music realm, I love Silver Platter's record store in Soto. It's like one of my favorite record stores because it's just so massive. They have everything, I swear. And you can sell used records there, which is really great, and get credit and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So shout out them. And then also the Museum of Pop Culture. Like, yes, everyone knows about it, but not enough people realize how worth it actually is to go there. Okay,
you know what? I'm taking this as my sign to go, because I am exactly what you just, like, I know about it. I just like keep saying, I don't know if I love it that much, or like worth the money or whatever.
Exactly. It's a little spendy, but you can literally spend all day there. It's huge. They have so much music history that's like both about local Seattle musicians and then also just general music and movie and all of that. And then for like fun little Seattle Rex, I'm a big happy hour girl.
Actually, you're speaking my language. Let me write this down.
Yeah, please take notes. In my opinion, the two best happy hours in Seattle, because if you watch my videos, you know I am opinionated, are Donna's on Capitol Hill. Yeah. Yes, perfect. You probably heard of and been.
The what is it, like $10
pasta?
Yeah.
One of the pastas I had there was like the best Italian food I've ever had at a restaurant.
Which pasta was it?
It was like fresh peas and pork belly, I think. It was crazy. I think it was seasonal. But anyway, don't go there with more than like 2 people, though. It's packed.
Oh, okay.
But Sugo Hand Roll Bar, also downtown Seattle, right by Pike Place. Also the other best happy hour in Seattle.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yep. Putting you on as we speak.
I'm writing these down.
Yeah, it's excited. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So those are some of my top Seattle recs.
Amazing. Yeah. You heard it here first from a Seattle local.
Yeah, that's right.
We are going to play just one more song, and then we're going to wrap it up. This is, you're going to have to help me. Toady?
Yeah, Toady. Oliver Mutukudzi.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back. That was Toady by Oliver Mutukudzi. If you missed it, this is Kayla. We are live in the studio with Zara, a music content creator born and raised and based here in Seattle. We're just finishing up our hour, so you've heard some of her favorite songs. What you just heard was Toady. We were just talking about it, but if you want to say like your background on why you chose that song, talking a little bit about Oliver Mutukudzi.
Yeah, absolutely. He is another one of my favorite artists of all time, and it's really special that I like grew up on his music, because my grandma got me into him from a very young age. She was actually lucky enough to be friends and colleagues with him. And she worked in Zimbabwe for a while. And then Oliver actually came and visited Seattle and was at my first birthday party and held me as a baby before he played Bumper Shoot. Yeah, wow. So silly. So he has such a special place in my heart. R.I.P. to a legend. And that's just one of my favorite songs of all time. He really made it like his lifelong goal to like share positivity, but also really real calls to action through his music. Yeah. So that just means a lot to me, and I love that song.
No, and it was so it was such a fun song. Yeah, that's beautiful. We are wrapping up our hour, saying a little goodbye. But if you enjoyed Zara's music recommendations and just Seattle recommendations, you can follow her on Instagram. Or, I don't know, hopefully we'll have you back soon.
Would love that.
Yeah,
this was so fun.
That would be so amazing. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, okay, first, if you want to follow me, my accounts are on Instagram and TikTok. I'm dabbling in YouTube, but at Zara's Mixtapes and at Real Seattle Girl. And then, big shout out to my grandma, Myrna Cap, getting me into music at a young age, as well as my parents, Terry and John. Love you guys and your music taste that has influenced me. It's crazy. So I'm just really happy we did this. Thank you so much, Kayla.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so happy we met at Wonderground.
Yeah, that was what perfect. A beautiful merging.
That was perfect. You're going to hear one more song that is on Zara's playlist, capsule playlist. It is Till It's Gone by Po Girl. Thank you guys so much for listening on KXSU 102.1 FM, and have an amazing rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.